Hey, what's going on? My name is Johnny Andrews, and I have been kind of lurking in the forum for a couple of weeks here, and really good stuff. And so I wanted to toss out a little bit of information that if you haven't been able to get your shirts to tip, or you're looking for maybe a little bit more of, I guess, a competitive edge, there's a factor involved with these things with when you select your interest that I haven't heard anybody quite talking about. And this was something that was brought to my attention by a good man named Han in Vietnam, who's absolutely kicking butt and taking names in the shirt game right now. And one thing that he was pointing out, and it makes perfect sense, and I have started grouping my interests together based on this factor, and I have seen an increase in click through, and that's just me, of course. So obviously, this is there's different methods that work for different folks, but if you are struggling to get your click through happening, this might be a factor. So this might be a something something. So if you hit your interest and you look over here and you click on activity, there's this little sort of backwater thing here that says ads clicked. What this is these are the average person on Facebook clicks about 6 ads a month, and I think that's kind of low. I think that's pretty low and kind of crappy and useless because I'm looking for something that's going to be a lot better. And what this is a factor of how responsive this particular group of people in your interest will be to your ads or to just advertising in general. And so it does bring up something. If people are not responsive to ads, then the likelihood they're going to engage with your advertisement or buy your stuff is pretty low. It's definitely low if you're around 6. So let me show you what I'm talking about and the kind of difference it makes. So we'll type in a group of people that we know buy like crazy. Nurses. So we go nursing here. Check that out. 34. So that's basically over 1 ad per day, typically for a month. So these people are pretty ad click happy, which is super awesome. So this is one of those things where it may or may not have an impact on what you're currently doing, but if you are struggling, this would be a factor I would recommend looking at and run every single one of your interests through this. And what I like to do is just write down what that ads clicked factor is on this. And so what I like to call, I call, when I work with intersex, and I've had a lot of good luck with that, what I like to call is, I call it breeding unicorns. Because what happens is if you can find an ads click that's like 35 to 42 or something like that, they're very rare. And so I just call them unicorns. But if you get above 30, let's say what in your market, let's say 30 is going to be a pretty good one, maybe 35 or something like that. What if on every level of your intersect, you made sure you not just had really targeted people, but you had extremely high levels of of people who were very responsive to advertising? Just something to throw out there, just something to think about. Give it a whirl, see if it helps. So like I said, if you're struggling, this might be something that can help. So hopefully that you find this helpful. Check on ads clicked, and once again, when you put in your thing, it's under activity. It's this thing right here. And yeah, you guys have some fun. Talk to y'all later.